Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shilpa Data Insights.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to cover one more interview question. I'm getting a lot of requests to actually continue the SQL playlist. I'm glad that you are liking this particular playlist and it's helping you out. So whatever questions I'm solving in PySpark, I'm also solving in SQL. Apart from that, I'm also solving some more questions in SQL which are asked in the interviews, right? So I have used like a lot of questions which has been asked by different companies, right? I've curated them and I'm sharing that with you. If in case you are facing any difficulty in solving question, or if you want to know how exactly to prepare for the data engineering role or data analyst role, then you can connect with me one-on-one as well in TopMate. I would be glad to help you out and help you in your journey as well. So now the next thing is, if in case you are practicing SQL, just don't limit yourself to SQL. Try to do PySpark if in case you are in the data engineering field. I have created a complete playlist of PySpark. I'll pin that in the I button. You can go there and you can practice all questions. It has more than 40 questions. If you need more questions, then you can also go to my TopMate and you can get the PDF where I have covered Big Four consulting companies questions already, and you can download them and you can practice it them as well, right? And one last thing, this particular question is a very important question because this is asked in PWC and it covers a lot of basic concept, but it is like a medium level question, right? So I would not recommend you to skip this particular video. Make sure you watch till the end, practice it by your own. And if you are liking my playlist for SQL and PySpark, do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. So let's get started with today's question that has been asked in PWC. Okay, so let's get started with this question. You can practice it in any SQL editor you have, or you can also practice this in Databricks. So question is, write a SQL query to find all active businesses. What is an active business in this question? An active business is a business that has more than one event type with occurrence greater than the average occurrence of that event type among all the business. As you have read the question already, read it one or two times more, because in the question itself you will have the answer, right? And you can actually divide the question into small problem statements and solve that particular question. You don't need to jump into all the answer at one go. Always divide the question into multiple parts and then try to solve each part and then combine it together. Okay, so now in this particular question, if you will see, I have my business ID, event type and occurrence. Let me show you how it exactly looked like. So I have this events table. So in this events table, I have business ID, event type and occurrences. So if I see there are different business ID and event type. So business ID is 1, 2 and 3. There are different event type like ads, page views and reviews, and how many times this particular event of this particular business is occurring, right? So what is the question? The question is to find the business which has more than one event type. Okay, so let's see what is having more than one event type. Business ID 1 is there. It's having ads, page view and review. Okay, then business ID 2 is having ads and page view, right? But business ID 3 is having ads and review. So all the business is having more than one event type, right? Now, but in this, along with more than one event type, it says with occurrence greater than the average occurrence of that event type. So we need to find the average occurrence of the event type. In this, we don't have the average occurrence. So for a particular event, we need to find the average occurrence, right? So what is the average occurrence of ads? What is the average occurrence of page view? What is the average occurrence of review, right? So I need to find that. Then I need to see if the occurrence for that particular business is greater than the average occurrence or not. If for that particular event type, the occurrence is more, right, than the average occurrence, then I need to get that result. So we need three things. One is the average occurrence. Second is if the occurrence is greater than the average occurrence. And third is the business should have more than one event type, right? So we have divided the problem into three. So let's solve one by one and then we will combine it. Let's see how we can do it. I'm telling you this, you don't have to solve it in the interview step by step. I'll show you the result step by step, but you can combine it at the time of the interview itself. So here, what I will do is first I will calculate the average occurrence. So how will I calculate the average occurrence? I will do a select from, okay, I cannot just do an average occurrence of the complete table. I need it by what? Event type, right? So now I'll select it from events, but what I will do is I'll calculate the average of the occurrence over, I will be partitioning it by my event type. Okay, once I partition it by event type, it's going to give me the average occurrence. So I will just do a select star and then I will add this particular column. Let's say I will use as average occurrence. Okay, so let me run this particular command. Now you see, for each event type, for ads, I have my average occurrence. For page view, I have my average occurrence, and review, I have my average occurrence. How the average is calculated? Average is 11 plus 7 plus 6. For one event type, it's 11 plus 7 plus 6 divided by 3. Similarly, for page views, it's 3 plus 12, which is 15. 15 divided by 2, 7.5, right? So that is my average occurrence. Now I know how exactly I can get my average occurrence, but then I need to actually filter out where the occurrence is greater than average occurrence. So what I will do is I'll wrap this up in a CTE. Okay, I'll wrap this up in a CTE and then I will do a select from this particular CTE itself. What I will do is I have to let's say I'll select everything, but I have to go ahead and filter where the occurrence is greater than average occurrence. So I'll do occurrences is greater than average occurrences, right? So I will get my occurrence greater than average occurrence. Now the next thing is I need to see if the event type for that particular business is coming more than one. So what I need to do is for that particular business, so I have to group it by business and then I have to count how many times the event is coming, right? So I will do a group by my business ID and I'll see how many times the event type is coming. If the count of event type is greater than 1, then only I will get my result. I cannot use star here. Why? Because I'm using a group by just my business ID. But I have multiple columns in my CTE, right? How many columns are there? There are total 4 columns. So if I have to group it by business ID, I need to select the business ID and also whatever aggregation I'm doing. Let's say if I'm doing on the event type, I can just do a count of event type. So let me show you this. So I can do count of event type, right? So this will give me business ID along with my count of event type from that particular CTE. So business ID 1 is having 2 event count for where basically average count is less than the occurrence. I don't need this in my result data set. So what I will do is I'll just go ahead and use my business ID. That is select business ID from my CTE where occurrence is greater than average occurrence having count of the event type greater than 1. Now, as you know what is the answer, I hope you have understood it. If in case there is any doubt, put it in the comment section. We'll be able to help you with it. In this question, again, I will repeating, you have to solve the question in such a way you divide the question into multiple small segments, problem statements, solve one by one and then combine it. As we did, we actually calculated the average occurrence first. We wrapped it in the CTE and then we actually calculated what is the occurrence if occurrence is greater than average occurrence, we filtered it out. And then we saw if the event type is coming more than one for a particular business ID, right? So here is our result data set. So I hope you have understood it. We have gone in depth step by step how exactly to solve it. I'm telling you in this way because you need to know how exactly to solve a question if in case it comes to you in an interview or in a project, right? Now, if you have liked this video, do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. And I will come up with a next video related to SQL and PySpark. So stay tuned. If you want me to solve any specific question, please put it in the comment section. I'll be glad to take it up in the next video and solve it for you. So thank you so much. Keep learning, keep growing.
Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you have a good day.